Hi everyone, good afternoon. Today we talk about restart. Restart means start again. When we say we start something, it means we expect something has been interrupted or stopped, start to happen or function again. I'm a city farmer. My team and I co-found Farmacy, aiming to develop and share our new generation farming technologies with the people living in the urban, so that they can practice and embrace a sustainable, self-sufficient, and green lifestyle. It's a complete restart of an interrupted local agriculture sector, not only in Hong Kong, but also in other highly urbanized cities in the world. But before we further explain what we are actually doing, let me share some of the very important concepts to me for a very impactful restart. First, stop stereotyping. I know some of the students went to my restaurants to meet me, I think a week ago. So answer me, before you came to my restaurants, did you ever imagine green and farming can be presented and run in this way? Who came to my restaurants before? Hands up, yes. Did you remember and imagine that actually farming can be presented in this way? Orianda, okay, you remember Orianda. And then probably it's very new to you, right? And I remember last time when I went to a career talk, I present my career development and also some of the story about pharmacy with a group of secondary students. And then they look at me and say, no, Raymond, you are not a farmer. Look at you. You dress like a professional in Central. And I say, no, stop stereotyping. Okay, I know that you think a farmer should wear the rain boots, right? Farmer hats and all that with mud and soil. Okay, yeah, this is a good farmer, but then actually in a smart city, in a future smart city, we can have a lot of imagination, right? Stereotyping only limit your imagination and stop us from inventing something new to our city. And second, strength lies in differences. Before I start Farmacy, before I become a city farmer, I was a management consultant for more than 10 years. And before that, when I work with my colleagues, they're all smart people, very brilliant, good at business analysis. And then talk to them, you always learn many, many things. But at the same time, we are too much alike. We have the same skill set, we think alike, we possess the same skills, same knowledge, same experience. So with that, we can make good projects, but then we cannot make a very impactful changes on ground. So when I start my entrepreneurship, I'm very lucky to meet a lot of people, engineer, product designer, market professionals, nutritionists, scientists, to make pharmacy story a true, real story. So whenever we talk about big changes, when we are talking about something that's sustainable and impactful in society, try to embrace differences, work with people that has different experience and skill set or even character with you, so that you can really make something unexpected but impactful in society. So when we say changes, restart. When we say make big changes to big things, why is that? When we talk about something that is evidential in our daily life, don't just fine-tune it when you find some interruption. Make big changes so that we can make a very impactful and lasting effect for our daily life. So for Farmacy and the new green normal, what we are trying to change and what are the challenges that we are facing? Let me share with you. This is Amazon Basin wildfire in 2019. In this picture, you can see the whole Amazon Basin was burned. In that 10 months, in 2019, 40,000 fires has been found in this biggest rainforest in the world. And then more than 9,000 kilometers square was burned. It actually equals to 9 Hong Kong every single inch of our home city were actually burning. Very terrible, very scary. And at the same time, not only Amazon Basin, but everywhere you can see in this map, all right? In the middle, Africa, Congo Basin, and then also Indonesia, rainforest, they're all burning. So you ask, why there's a natural hazard that is that serious, that is actually make our planet in a big fire in that year? The answer is no, this is not natural hazard, it is actually man-made. Why is that? Slash and burn agriculture. This is a very traditional and primitive agriculture activities in the world. Actually, the inhabitants, okay, they will use a very primitive way to burn the land for agriculture activities, all right? And then it's actually pollute and damage the rainforest. Many research and many NGOs are actually advocating to really protect the rainforest by bringing back the agriculture activities back to the city. And at the same time, while we are thinking how to bring the agriculture activities back to the city, we are facing this as well. This is something in Hefei, China, all right? So we are doing something in the city, but at the same time, we're actually having a lot of development that is actually reducing the land. So that makes the similar case in Hong Kong. Right now, 98.3% of our daily consumer vegetables are actually imported because we have no farmland, right? And at the same time, when you look at these numbers, when we do not have local agriculture, we have to import. And it creates a lot of pollution and also carbon emission in the world. 70% actually come from food. And at the same time, when we import the food to our daily life, when we consume it, actually we have consumed some degraded food. Up to 70% of the nutrition loss for the vegetable by the time when we reach our mouth, when we reach the supermarkets and the markets that we bought the vegetables. And then we always import more than we need. So we have to discard it when it turns back. On a daily basis in Hong Kong supermarkets, we dispose 14 tons of vegetables every day. So we all know we have to adopt a very, very important green lifestyle, and we want to raise our awareness. But how to do that? Time flies to 9 years ago. This is when we did the volunteering program in Dongjiang province, in Dongjiang-yuan. We all want to have some really, really good experience in teaching the kids there, and then we experience the best vegetables in the world because they grow the vegetables in front of us. But when we asked this group, including myself there, did we know how to grow vegetables ourselves in the city? The answer is no. So it's inspired Farmacy team to do some of the things for the new green normal movement. That is, we use the technology to change the world. What is the technology is that? It's actually the environment control technology that can enable people to farm everywhere in the city. We empower them to do so. By what? By having an online operating platform and machines that can control, monitor the ideal growing environment of the plants, including temperature, lights, water, and all essential parts of the plants, so that everyone in the city can do that. Isn't it amazing? But this is something that cannot be done by a company alone. We have to invite everyone to do that. So at the very beginning, I said, when we want to make these kind of changes, we want to share our new generation farming technologies with people. So you can see, we actively embrace and share our technologies with restaurants, supermarkets, hotels and malls, offices, schools, and households. These are the places that everyone will go in their daily life. And when they start practicing all this and they can plant everywhere in the world, in the city, then the green will be normal. That is called the new green normal movement. So what we're actually doing. First, you can see this smart mobile farm. This is one of the products that we deploy in the supermarkets. It's not about selling the products to people. Of course, I mean, people can start getting access to some of the very, very important on-site growing plants right in front of you. This is actually changing people's mind that, oh, we can get the most freshness, good quality, non-degraded plants right from the supermarkets. And actually, we are sharing the space, we are sharing the energy with the supermarkets as well. Because you can see that the shelf just next to the mobile farm, they're only for selling. But then right now, with this mobile farm, they can grow on site and they sell the plants as well. So not only selling the plants, the customer appreciates us because they can get the plants back to the home and then continue growing. So it's not only about the quality. And because of that, you can see the plants, as long as they stay in the mobile farm, they can still growing so that we can reduce food waste. So all the challenges that we mentioned just now can get addressed by this very simple, very direct, straightforward technology. But to me, the most impactful change is not about selling. It's about one story. When we work with one of the major supermarket brands in Hong Kong, they love our products a lot. They love our concept, so that they decide once they introduce the mobile farm, one of the imported brand, they move away from their shelf. Which means it's actually a big message, because we are really making some impactful change by supporting the local growth and then also bring back the quality and bring back the important message to the people living in the urban. Second, when you start having some greens, right? For example, Yanni say coriander, okay? You associate with different kind of application, but actually green has a lot of applications. How to make green normal in our life? Application is important. That's why we work with some of the innovative F&B operator to bring these very lively test and experiment in the restaurants, so that people can learn how to apply the fresh and very high quality and healthy greens in their daily life, so that they can know how to apply in pasta, how to apply it in different kind of cuisine, and then also they know how to appreciate the beauty and also the nutrition values of different species, so that they can see it right now. So in this experiment, it's not only about selling food again. It's about engaging people into the lab, into the farm lab, into the cuisine, that they can see and feel, and then also they can learn something very new, all right? So this is not only about the customer journey, it's about the education journey as well. Talking about education, definitely school is the best place, right? And we all know that when we want to make change happen, it's not only about businesses, it's also about educating our future generation. From the global challenges that we just mentioned, and also how we apply the technology on ground to make it very impactful in our life, this whole package and this whole story is something that could be appreciated by our new generation. And that's why the school invite us to go to the campus, and then not only about doing talks, but then implementing our technology into the schools, so that the students, our new generation, can feel it and then get it linked with their syllabus and something that is on a daily basis. They link it with geography, they link it with biology, chemistry, and also sometimes they apply in their cookery class as well, right? So you can see there's a lot of fun and then a lot of application in the schools. And moreover, when we talk about having green in school, it's not only about educating them, it's about reconnecting them with the society, because right now we are practicing social distancing, and how to restart the relationship between students and the community. The answer is using a very stable environment control system, and then learning all the sciences and also the knowledge about the green, and then we can grow something that is very healthy and safe for the society, which means they can give the vegetables to the community, the needed, the elderly center, and all that. That's why pharmacy is not only about talking to schools, talking to supermarkets and restaurants and all other stakeholders. The basis is community. So we work on this project, the K-Farm, all right? This is something that we actively initiate and work with the local NGOs and also the Green Architect on the coastal line on the Kennedy Town. We get this project from the government 3 years ago, and then finally it's going to be open this Sunday, 6th of June, all right? This is free of charge to open to public 24 hours, 7 days. And in this, we are not only talking about the indoor hydroponic that we are talking, but then we are actively engaging different people in the public and also the industry player. Look at it. It's not only about the indoor greenhouse that we are building, but also we're inviting the players in organic farming, outdoor aquaponic, to completely showing a good ecosystem to the people in Hong Kong so that they know, okay, this is not only about selling products, buying good things, not only about feeling the beauty of the food, not only about, the education, the exam, and also all courses. It's something that is happening just next to the neighborhood, actually embedding into our daily life. So I'm actually taking this opportunity to invite you all to go to this K-Farm in the coming Sunday or later on to feel the impact of the Green New Normal movement. So when you're asking, is it a very comfortable journey? Definitely it's not, because together the team and also all the players in the industry are making a very hard effort to really changing something that is seriously interrupted in Hong Kong and also many other places in the world. But then, when with all the hands joining together with the support of technologies and also different sectors and different people that is very different from you, when they join hands together, we can make a real impact. And this is sharing of my story and pharmacy story today. Thank you very much.